There's an old saying that dead men tell no tales, but their bones do. Not just about how they died, but also what they looked like. And that information is important in identifying victims, especially cold case victims.
Every skull is different, just as every face is different.
In a room at the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office.
This is the actual skull from one of our 1976 cold cases.
Forensic imaging detective Autumn Crick recreates the face of a murdered man step by step.
These are the tissue depth markers
Analyzing
you see on the face.
each minute detail.
It's like a bony road map.
Leading her on a journey to help put a face to victims who remain unidentified.
If you know what you're looking for, the bones will speak to you.
Detective Crick first discovered her passion for forensic imaging nearly 13 years ago, when a homicide detective heard she knew how to use Photoshop. He asked her to help clean up a photo of a gunshot victim so it could be released to the public to help identify the man. She did it, and the man was identified.
I thought to myself, I don't know what this is, but whatever it is what I'm going to dedicate my life to doing.
She has grown her passion into age progressions, suspect composites, and skull reconstructions. To recreate a person's face, though, is no small task.
I use information from everywhere.
She gathers medical examiner, crime scene, and forensic anthropologist reports, looking for indicators of age, race, gender, and lifestyle.
Damage in the bone that might have suggested, you know, this person was a worker or had bone fractures or was in good health.
From
and
there,
I know where the attachments are based on where it drains in here.
She follows the bony
There's a
roadmap.
bump out here where the actual muscle attaches.
Each reconstruction takes around 2 weeks. Hair presents one of the most challenging pieces because it can be colored and changed.
It can throw off how you recognize or perceive that person.
So she looks for clues from crime scene photos or notes from detectives on if any hair was found near the remains, and chooses styles reflective of the time period of the victim's death.
With the help of genealogy, able to identify who the individual was.
And as the pieces
And
come
this bottom,
together,
this is the composite that I'd rendered of him, and this is the actual individual.
she sees a glimpse of life in the remains.
So I'm creating it, and as I'm creating it, I'm like, oh, I'm seeing how it's becoming the face of that individual from the skull.
She hopes the public understands the reconstructions or composites aren't meant to be exact likenesses, but a way for a person's features to be recognized and hopefully identified.
How does it make you feel when maybe somebody's relative sees it and says, I know who that is?
It's very rewarding, and it's one of the reasons why, you know, that first reconstruction I did, I stuck with it for as long as I have and really powered through to be where I'm at now.
Making sure victims are not forgotten and hoping the public will never forget a face. In Palm Beach County, Katie Jeffries with photographer Nick Marone, First Coast News, on your side.